Okay, so here we are, you guys. You can still see it's a bit crumbly. So I'm just finishing it off by really squishing that fat together. I have not kneaded this per se. I've not done the pushing and pulling. I'm just squeezing it together. Now, instead of using parchment paper, because I don't have any at home, I'm going to use my Silpat. So a couple reminders on a couple more cooking terms. Putting flour onto the surface of something to prevent sticking is called flouring. Now, if I put flour on top of my dough, that is called dusting. So I'm still kind of squishing it together. I'm trying to make a disc, and if you look, I'm trying to keep it in a circular shape because it just makes it easier for rolling, because we know when I'm making a pie that I'm obviously going to be making a circle. And again, I'm not, do you see there's all these little cracks? That's actually a really good thing. And I just keep patting it out, but the flip side is that you also want to keep flipping it around. You don't want to find out that you've taken the time to roll out your dough and then have it stuck down to the surface area. So I have another Silpat here. Again, I'm going to turn this over. And those little crumbles and those little things, cracks and stuff, that's okay because that's really important. Oops, it's all over my floor. I'm trying to do this one hand and it's not so easy. So I get my rolling pin and I start rolling. This is also going to help it come together. Now, something I didn't mention is that most often when you make pie, they actually suggest that you put it back into the fridge after you've made your dough just so it can set up. So I'm taking this off, turning it around. I'm going to put a little more flour on top and very, very light, you guys. You don't want to add a lot of flour because that's going to dry out your product. So just enough that if I keep rotating this, it's not going to stick down on me. Get my rolling pin back out. And how do you know how thin you should be making it? Well, you need it to be about 1/4 inch thick, but the easier way to estimate is to have out your pie plate. Because if it's bigger than your pie plate by 1 inch, you know that it will fit. So I'm looking around and I can use my hands to kind of squish out from the center any of the thicker points so that I get a nice round of dough. And it doesn't need to be perfect at this point because we'll make it nicer when we actually put it onto our pie plate.